Wait till somebody gets on. Welcome back, Bulldog Nation. Me and Caden Fuller, my co-host on last night's junior high boys orange and black scrimmage, is back with me. We are down in Fountain Lake, Arkansas, playing the Cobras. We're going to kick it off tonight with the junior Lady Bulldogs playing the Fountain Lake junior Lady Cobras. The starter for tonight's game is number 4, Reagan Adams. She's a freshman. She is the coach's daughter. She played the forward position last year, and now this year she switched to the point guard. It's a big adjustment for her, but she's working hard and she plays hard. She's a good leader and the captain, along with number 35, Darian Hunt. Darian Hunt and her sister, Daly Hunt, number 2. They both start for the Lady Bulldogs. Daly's going to play the guard position tonight, and Darian Hunt's going to play the forward position. Number 12, Katie Stringer. She's a freshman. She is very aggressive in taking the ball to the rim, as some of y'all saw last night. And then number 5, Alicia Scher, is going to start for him, being a freshman. She didn't have a whole lot of minutes last year, but this year she's trying to break free from that. So we're up in Fountain Lake, and we're going to try and get this game underway and see if the Lady Bulldogs can come away with a win.
Number 35, Darren Hunt, is set to tip off for the Waldron Lady Junior Dogs tonight. It's the first game of the 2020 season. Fountain Lake wins the tip. They'll be in the white jerseys. Your Lady Dogs are in the black jerseys. Looks like the Lady Dogs are in a little bit of zone. Ball gets swung to the corner. Fountain Lake shoots a 3 from the corner. Rebounded by your Lady Dogs. That's number 12, Katie Stringer. Reagan Adams brings it down for the Bulldogs. Looks like the Cobras are in a little bit of zone themselves.
It's stolen away by number, I can't see what number that is, but she's going to get fouled by number 4, Reagan Adams, and number 23 is going to be sent to the line.
Looks like Reagan Adams tried to set up for the charge there, but just could not get there in time.
A little bit about your junior girls. We know that they're a super hard-working group of girls. They don't miss any practice, and so that's a plus for being a coach.
As number 23 misses their first free throw.
They also practice with the senior girls every now and then, so they have to hold their own against bigger ones. As that free throw is good, and by number 23. Fountain Lake's going to go into a full court press against the Lady Bulldogs.
Full court presses always seem to be effective in junior high basketball.
It's just about who can execute and who can perform under pressure.
Reagan Adams with some good ball handling brings the ball down the court.
We're going to call a walk on Katie Stringer as Fountain Lake goes the other way.
Looks like we got some wide open people under the basket. We're just not finding them, Kennedy.
Oh, yes. Multiple possessions. We've seen Darian Hunt and others wide open for a layup. We just can't get the ball there in time before the defense can recover. It's going to be a wide open 3 by number 4 for the Cobras, and it's going to be rebounded by them, but then it's going to be a tipped away shot, and Katie Stringer is going to get fouled as she steals the ball away.
And Katie Stringer is tough.
Oh, I agree. She comes from a big family, so she knows how to get what she wants.
Looks like the Cobras are still sticking to their full court press. Oh, and they force a turnover.
Ooh.
The Bulldogs foul on the floor before the shot.
I'm no referee, but I'm not sure if I agree with that call.
That's why you're up here commentating, Kenny.
They're going to take it out on the baseline, giving it to number 33, who's just going to pull it. It's going to come off, but number 4 is going to rebound it for the Lady Cobras. Back out to 33 on the corner. She's going to try again, and no luck once again. That's going to be rebounded by Daly Hunt.
Rebound. Reagan Adams brings it down the court, trying to beat everybody down. Passes it to Daly Hunt, but she actually couldn't handle the ball. It looks like it got deflected, Kennedy. It's going to stick with the Bulldogs. The Lady Dogs trying to set up a set play off the inbound. Reagan Adams ends up with the ball at the top of the key. Swings it to Alicia Scher, into Daly Hunt. Good pass by the Lady Dogs.
Good take.
Good finish by Katie Stringer. That was good ball movement out there.
That was finding the open man when they were open and finishing after contact.
Looks like the Dogs are playing with a little more pep in their step as Fountain Lakes makes a three. That's a momentum killer.
Number 33, that's her third shot of the night and her first make, I believe. So that's going to put the Lady Cobras up 4-2. Oh, probably got away with the foul there, but they're going to take it, and they're going to score a wide-open layup, putting the Cobras up by 4.
The score is 6-2. The Cobras are having some success with that full-court press as they almost force another turnover.
Almost every person who has the ball, they're getting trapped by 4 different defenders. So you gotta be patient and look for more defenders or more players on the offense that are open, because I guarantee that if they're there.
Coach Adams is getting fired up as the Bulldogs throw another turnover to the Cobras for another easy layup as Coach Adams calls a timeout.
As that last play concluded, I was thinking the same thing about calling the timeout, and Coach Adams did just that to try and talk over the game plan with the girls and try and slow the Cobras' offense down. They're going to look back at the drawing board and try and reassess what's going on.
With 3 minutes left in the first quarter, their Lady Dogs are down 8-2.
Some more about your junior Lady Bulldogs. Daly Hunt and senior center Haley Stidman went at each other in practice the other day, and Daly Hunt laid a big old black eye on Haley Stidman, and they just take a lot of licks here.
Let's not get that confused, Kennedy. They were actually not fighting.
They were in practice. They weren't throwing down or anything like that. They just they practice hard and they're aggressive, and that's just something that they need to do throughout the season. So it's going to be
sticking with that full court press. The Bulldogs just not being able to find anybody to pass it to as the ball's on the floor with the jump ball being called.
Man, I think there's just a lot of dribbling going on, as many defenders as there is, and Katie Stringer's going to rip through and get a foul called.
That's what we're going to have to do, Kennedy. We got to be strong with the ball.
Absolutely. Katie Stringer last night on the orange and black game took it to the hole. She was just a bull in the china shot, as Coach Brown likes to say, and her being aggressive is going to be a key part in winning this ball game, as it's stolen away by the Cobra defense. It's going to be passed up to number 33, the leading scorer tonight, and she's going to be fouled. The shot does not go in, but she's going to be sent to the free throw line.
Reagan Adams tried to set up for another charge, but just could not get there in time. You love to see the effort, though, in trying to draw a charge.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you see a charge here at Waldron basketball, coaches definitely get fired up, as well as other players.
As number 33 misses her first free throw. Your Bulldogs still down 8-2.
The Bulldogs have yet to make a substitution in this game, even though it's a little early on. I think I would try something different.
I'm waiting for when they put number 3, Emily Powell, in.
Oh yeah, that's the head football coach's daughter, as well as athletic director. Number 3, Emily Powell. She's a 9th grader. She comes from Magazine, and she's as 33 makes that last layup. They're going to inbound the ball and try and break this full court press.
Gets deflected, but Reagan Adams ends up with the ball, and she ends up walking back to the Cobras offense.
It looked like they had it there for a second, about 3-on-2 offense right there, but she couldn't get the ball down in time as she tried to break free. It's going to be passed in for a wide open number 33. That shot's going to be no good, rebounded by Katie Stringer.
She brings it down the court. She's got a wide open man under the basket, but just could not find it. Passes it to Darren Hunt, back to Reagan. Good ball movement by the Lady Dogs.
Oh, that was a bad pass, but she was desperate to make one before it was stolen away.
Looks like we're forcing too much on offense.
Oh, I agree.
We just got to settle down. As the Lady Cobras fire up another three. That one's no good. Ends up with a jump ball. Gonna be Cobra basketball.
As number 3 is gonna check in for number 4 for the Lady Cobras. They're gonna try and look on this baseline inbound, score on this baseline inbound. That's gonna be out to number 3, her first shot of the game. It's gonna be good as they put it up. Oh, it was a 2, so it's gonna be 11-2 for the Lady Cobras. They're gonna back off their press, and we're gonna be able to get it past half court this position.
I don't know why they backed off their press.
I would not.
Great success with it. Katie Stringer going to the basket, walks. Man, we got to have our eyes up. We have players wide open.
Oh, I agree. That was a 3-on-1 almost.
Back to number 3, Emily Powell. I was watching her in warm-ups, and she looked very good, very coordinated, and can make a jump shot.
Yeah, she's very tall. She's quick, and she's not, Coach Adams would say, she's not afraid to go after a loose ball.
I'm just waiting on when they put her in, Kennedy. The Dogs still sticking to that zone. Ends up with a wide open 3 from number 33, and she sinks that one. That's her second 3 of the night as they back off from the full court press. Reagan Adams brings the ball down the court. She gets trapped, swings it to Daly Hunt on the wing.
It's looking like we're scared of contact. That should have been a backcourt violation as she maintained possession before she got there. It's going to be thrown out of bounds, and the Cobras are going to take over.
Our Lady Dogs are just not making good passes right now, Kennedy.
I think they're going to have an official timeout. Looks like something on the court. I don't know what they think that is.
That ref's getting real low to see that one.
Looks like a piece of paper or plastic or something.
I think he needs to get stronger glasses, don't you, Kennedy?
Yeah, he was pretty close. I saw it from up here. And so going back to what the Lady Bulldogs need to do and maybe not do is they need to get out of their comfort zone maybe. I think they got a little pregame jitters as they try and trap up top, and it's going to be pushed inside, and they need to get out on the wing and get a hand into
Another wide open 3 from Fountain Lake. Luckily, they missed this one. Katie Stringer with the rebound. She's got a lot of rebounds tonight. Passes it to Reagan Adams, who brings the ball down the court. Throws it to the middle to Katie Stringer, and she drives to the basket, makes a layup. Good finish. That's what we need more right there from the Lady Dogs.
We just need some aggressive driving and being able to hold on to the ball as number 33 passes it to the wing. We need some hands up in that defense as Katie Stringer tries to jump the passing lane. It's going to be a turnover, and that's what we need to see more of. I think the Lady Bulldogs are finally getting warmed up, but they don't need to. They don't need to settle. They have a 11-point lead to break.
We go under a minute here at Fountain Lake. Your Dogs down 15-4. Alicia Scher with the basketball, being trapped. Almost had a turnover. Katie Stringer with the ball, driving to the basket. Nobody gets in front of her. She misses the open layup. Cobra's pushing it back on a fast break as number 35 drives to the rim. And she misses the layup. Rebound by Fountain Lake. Missed to that one. Daly Hunt comes up with the ball. She drives with 20 seconds left. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to try to slow things down right here.
I think they just
with the ball on the wing. She drives. Looks like she got tripped. Yep, there's the foul call.
I think they're almost scared to touch the ball as easy as they're throwing it into traffic. And sometimes Katie Stringer's put a couple highlights on the board. We're going to pass it in from the inbounds.
Let's see what Coach Adam calls right here on this inbounds play.
You got wide open Reagan Adams in the corner, passes it to Alicia on the wing.
10 seconds left. Reagan Adams passes it under the basket. Good pass. And good
It's going to be an
finish.
and one. Let's go.
That was a great pass from Reagan Adams and an even better finish from number 35, Darian.
No, that should be a free throw. Yeah, I don't know what the Bulldogs think they're doing, but we're shooting free throws.
It's all right, Kennedy. Everybody gets a little confused.
I remember one time shooting free throws as a 7th grader. I was boxing out the shooter, and I was the only one boxing out because it was his first of 2.
That's probably why you didn't play very much, Kennedy.
Well, that and among other reasons. And that free throw is going to be no good. That's 2 seconds left, and they're going to Three-point shot attempt is no good as we go into the second quarter. Your Lady Cobras 15 and your Lady Bulldogs 6. So to
Make fun of you too much, Kennedy.
well, when a game like this, there's not much to talk about. So no. As Coach Brown and Coach Ashley say, Coach Ashley makes fun of Josh Brown when there's nothing else to talk about. So as we get this second quarter underway here in just a little while, we're going to try and see if the Bulldogs can make a comeback after being down 9 in the first quarter. They made a little bit of a run the last minute or so, trying to cut the lead. But we're going to see what Coach Adams draws up in the playbook. So to see what the game plan is for your Junior Lady Bulldogs.
Looks like it will be Lady Bulldogs ball to start the second quarter. And it looks like Fountain Lake's going to stick to that zone defense. Alicia Sure gets the ball on the wing. She drives, beats her defender, passes it to Darian Hunt in the corner. Back to Alicia Sure. Swings it to Reagan Adams. That was a bad pass. It's going the other way. Fast break, number 23 for Fountain Lake. Misses the layup, but rebound by Fountain Lake, and that putback is good. Kennedy, we got to start boxing out. Fountain Lake gets back in their press, forces another turnover. A good pass by Fountain Lake and an easy layup. We got to figure out how to beat this press. Kennedy's on lunch break, eating his chicken. Number 35 for Fountain Lake gets called for the reach-in foul.
30's going to sub in for number 35 for the Lady Cobras.
Looks like Fountain Lake's going to back off from their full-court press and sit back in their half-court zone. Katie Stringer gets the ball in the middle, drives to the basket, loses the ball, but it looks like it's going to be deflected and stick with the Waldron Lady Dogs. Got the ball on the baseline. Daly Hunt takes it out for the Bulldogs. Good pass underneath her sister Darian, and she makes a wide open layup to bring your score 19-8 with 5 minutes here in the second quarter. Looks like the Bulldogs are getting real aggressive in their zone. They're starting to trap at the top. But
Yeah, that
Fountain
was
Lake
a
makes
good tip by
passes.
Katie Stringer. Just tipped back in, but Alicia Sure takes possession. She's fighting for it.
Alicia Sure getting strong with the ball. She needs to make a pass, though.
I'd call a timeout right here if I was Lady Bulldog. And she starts
dribbles
dribbling.
down the court.
And
It's a foot race.
she's all by herself.
Daly Hunt
gonna
fumbles
pass
the
it
ball,
open.
makes a pass underneath to her sister, and her sister makes another basket. That's good ball movement right there between her sisters.
And Fountain Lake's going to call a timeout.
That was a good run right there, Kennedy.
Oh,
Start
I
the
agree.
second quarter. Got the lead down to 19-10 here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
The key takeaway for the Lady Bulldogs is that they need to be able to handle the ball under pressure. That's something they may need to work on. It's kind of hard to do now that you're in a game, but just try to do better under pressure. Focusing on meeting the pass and going up strong.
You can see Coach Adams down there in the huddle teaching them how to rip through. Maybe it'll be effective. The Bulldogs will start handling the pressure a little bit more.
It's going to be the Lady Cobras ball after this timeout.
The Bulldogs still have not made any substitutions. Kind of surprising.
They're going to extend their 2-3 press to kind of put some pressure on them. 2-3 zone, excuse me.
The Cobras have good passes. Drives baseline. That was a good defense by number 12, Katie Stringer. Reagan Adams with the rebound, going the other way on a fast break. She decides to slow it down. Passes it to Alicia Scher back in the middle to Katie Stringer. She gets cut off from the basket, and she finds a way around him, and that's a good finish by Katie Stringer. That was a good basketball move right there, Kennedy.
Oh, absolutely. She's just a all-around aggressive player. She's doing so much better than she was last night, as she was about 2 for 5 for the layup attempts, but she needs to get back on defense and cover that lady in the corner, as she's made 2 3-pointers tonight.
Lady Cobras shoot a long 2, rebounded by Reagan Adams. She's got a fast break going on. She decides to slow it down again.
You know, I think that was good of Reagan Adams to try and slow the pace down.
Katie Stringer get it to her in the middle, and she goes up for another layup. Just cannot finish this one.
The fact that she just went up with, we thought we heard a whistle, but the game's going to keep going on. Reagan Adams gets
flying
her
around a little bit more this quarter. I like it. Fountain Lake.
Whatever Coach Adams said.
They got a wide open 3 on the wing. She misses it. Rebounded by Fountain Lake.
Looks like the Lady Bulldog starters are getting a little tired as they failed the blocks out right there.
The Cobras swing it for a wide open shot in the corner.
That's going to be a long 2 from number 13.
That was a good call by the ref. See her foot on the line. That brings your score 21-12. Lady Cobras winning. Katie Stringer drives to the basket again, gets cut off, makes a good pass underneath to Darian Hunt. She kicks it back out to Alicia Scher. Swings it to Reagan Adams, to Daly Hunt on the wing.
That's going to be a nice long 2-point shot.
That shot looked good, Kennedy.
It did. As soon as it left, I had hope that it was going in.
Cobras make good passes to get the ball underneath, but she just could not finish that layup. And Daly Hunt gets the rebound.
It's going to be another jump ball, and the Lady Cobras will maintain possession.
Lady Cobras miss a layup. They get their own rebound, though. And on the way back up, she gets called for a foul. Looks like that one's going to be on number... Who's that one on, Kennedy?
It looked like number 2, Darian Hunt.
Number 2 is Daly Hunt, actually.
Daly Hunt. I get them mixed up, but I guess they're twins. They're in the same grade. I know their older sister, Desiree. She won Homecoming Queen last year, so congrats to Desiree. But I'm not sure if they're in the same grade, so I reckon they're most likely twins.
They actually called that foul on number 4, Reagan Adams. That's her 3rd. She needs to be careful.
Oh, absolutely. Her mom may need to look to decide if she wants to sub her out.
Kind of surprising that she's leaving her in, considering she's got 3 fouls left.
And Emily McConnell's going to check in for...
It's only the 2nd quarter.
Reagan Adams, just like we just suspected. You know, it's tough when Reagan Adams is probably your best point guard on the floor to take her out, but 3 fouls in the first half, that's not looking good considering you only have 5. And Emily McConnell comes up with a steal, the first play of her being subbed in.
She's only an 8th grader. The ball gets stolen, though, and Fountain Lake has an easy layup. We've just got to be stronger with the ball, Kennedy. You know, Coach actually would say that's weight room. Emily McConnell's got the ball in the corner. She's looking for somebody to pass it to. Nobody's getting open. Throws it to Daly Hunt.
Nice move behind the back and good pass, but Emily McConnell just can't do anything in the corner.
Gets stolen by the Lady Cobras. They push the ball down the court. Looks like the Dogs are slow to get back on D.
They called a foul on the floor, but the fans are wanting to walk, but that's going to be the Lady Cobras ball.
As they pass it to number 33. She's already made 2 threes, and that is her 3rd made 3. Somebody's got to get on her, Kennedy.
The perimeter defense is, I think, a key aspect in tonight's game because the only layups they have are in transition or wide open. So I think if they get out of that 2-3 zone or extend it a little bit more and just emphasize on getting a hand up in the shooter's face, then I think they'll do
As
fine.
Katie Stringer drives to the rim, good spin move. Can't make that shot though. Rebound by Darian Hunt. Her putback's no good. Lady Cobras come out with the ball. They push it in transition.
That was a good athletic play by number 35 for the Lady Cobras.
As number 33 drives to the rim baseline.
She's going to hook shot that one. It's going to be no good as it's rebounded by Katie Hunt. Stringer. Got my names mixed up there.
Daly Hunt drives to the rim. She throws up a hook shot herself, and she gets that one to fall to make the score 27-16 with 8 seconds left in the first half. Coach actually is screaming at the Lady Junior Dogs.
I think Coach
fired up.
I think he was trying to get them into a full court press so that they didn't have time to get a last second shot off, but Alicia Scher did well by defending that, and that's going to end the first half of your Junior Lady Bulldogs. The score 27-16, your Lady Cobras up at the half. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back on the court with Kennedy and Caden here shortly. We're going to kick away some third quarter action, but you're not going to want to miss out on the rest of this game or the rest of this night as junior boys, senior girls, and senior boys play tonight. So we'll see you back here in a few. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bulldogs TV. We're about to bring you some action. In the first half, the Lady Bulldogs took a little bit to warm up as they went into the locker room with losing 27-16. So they're going to try and go back and reassess with their game plan and see if they can come out this half and pull away with the win.
I bet Coach Adams made it very clear in the message at halftime to be strong with the ball and start boxing out more, Kennedy.
You know, I've been on the other side of a halftime speech by Coach Ashley, and if that doesn't get you scared out of your britches to box out, then I don't know what will.
Looks like it'll be Bulldogs ball here to start the third quarter.
And already they look like they're playing at a higher pace, bouncing around, being quicker. That's going to be called a double dribble on Reagan Adams.
The Lady Cobras are sticking to the 1-3-1 zone right here. You see that a lot in junior high girls basketball zone. Seems to be pretty effective. And Waldron Lady Dogs are sticking to their zone as well, as number 23 drives it to the rim, and it gets stolen by Katie Stringer as she passes it to Reagan Adams. She dribbles down the court and passes it to Alicia Scher, then to Katie Stringer in the middle, and she gets called for a walk. You know, Katie's been really aggressive for us this evening, and looks like she just got a little too aggressive right there.
Yep. It's hard when you're in the high post and there's two defenders crashing down on you, so kudos to Katie for being tough, strong with the ball, and being able to score some tough layups, as that shot's going to airball, and Reagan Adams is going to push it down the court. Trying to look for some transition points to get this Waldron Lady Bulldogs offense going for this half.
She passes Daly Hunt in the corner, and she gets fouled by number 4 for the Lady Cobras. That is her second foul. First team foul this half. The Lady Dogs are still down 11 with 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Katie Stringer inbounds it to Daly Hunt, who drives, makes a good pass underneath to her sister. Katie Stringer ends up with the ball. She misses a jump shot, rebounded by the Cobras, going the other way with it.
It's going to be a bad pass out of bounds, and Waldron will take over.
Reagan Adams still running the point guard position for us as she passes it to Alicia Scher. Back to Reagan Adams, to Daly Hunt in the corner. She swings it to Alicia Scher. She tries to dribble around a defender, but that was good defense by the Lady Cobras, and they stole the ball right there. Lady Cobras have a wide open lane to the basket, but Katie Stringer steps in front of her and gets called for the blocking foul. You know, we've tried to take a lot of charges this afternoon, but just haven't got the call going our way yet, Kennedy.
Yeah, the refs tend to call blocking fouls over charges because most of the time people can't get set in time. So I think at Waldron we tend to shock some people, and that's when the coaches get upset because we practicing charging is like an art at Waldron.
As number 35 makes both her free throws, that brings the score to 29-16 with 4.5 minutes left here in the third quarter.
You know, for the Waldron offense, most of their success is coming from attacking and driving. That's when they can get some opportunities as it's knocked out of bounds. But Waldron still has the ball. I think they're a little scared to get a little contact because there has been some contacts where the ball has been turned over, but they just got to stay persistent.
Reagan Adams with a good drive to the basket, but gets stripped of the ball. Stays with the Waldron Lady Dogs.
You know, that's a prime example. If she beats that one defender, she has a wide open layup. So
that was the best looking drive this afternoon, Kennedy. Katie Stringer with the ball in the corner. Spin moves, good spin move to the basket, and great finish. That was a good play right there by Katie Stringer.
You know, in boys basketball, we'd call that a man among men or man among boys. But Katie sure is aggressive, and
She comes up with another rebound. She's
man, they need to meet those passes better. I don't know what the call was right there, if it was a double dribble or a travel, so we're going to wait on the officials' call, and it's going to be our ball. I don't know what happened there. I guess they just called it out of bounds. So we're going to try and look the score right here, so the score deficit isn't as bad. So they're going to pull up a three.
Almost made it. But rebounded by the Lady Cobras as they push the ball in transition. Number 35 straight to the rim. And Katie Stringer finally gets the charge. That was a good play.
As Coach Adam, the coach, actually stand up from the bench. So pumped that got called.
That gets Coach Ashley fired up.
Yeah, they better get there before 5 seconds is up, because looks like the ref, and they make a substitution for the Lady Cobras. Let's try and get some of that energy from defense and transition it to offense. See what we can do right here. Ooh, man.
That's a debatable call, Kennedy.
I agree perfectly.
As they call Daly Hunt for the walking violation.
I've seen worse calls like that, and I've seen worse moves like that, and they can get away with it. So, but you can't change the call. So that's gonna be number 33 driving. Yeah, they're not going to call that one, but 33 is going to score a layup, and I think for Fountain Lake, she's been the player of the game, and she's hit 3 for 7 from downtown and hit multiple layups. So that's going to be stolen away by the Fountain Lake defense, and they're going to try and make a transition point. It's going to be a one-on-one matchup. They're going to kick that out to the corner.
Number 23 pump fakes, drives to the rim, kicks it out to number 3 in the corner. She misses a 3. Rebounded by number 4 from the Lady Cobras, and she puts it back up and gets fouled.
You know, as junior high, you can't expect perfection a lot in certain things, but right there, you got to go straight up with that, and you can't swat. That was a hard foul.
Looks like the Lady Dogs are bringing in substitutions right here as Emily McConnell comes in and Emily Powell comes in. Let's see what they have to offer.
Let's see if the dynamic duo of Emily's can bring to the table this quarter. As that first shot is no good, the second shot, let's see if she can push the lead or just keep it the same.
The second shot, no good. Rebounded by Katie Stringer. She is just a rebounding machine.
Oh, I agree. The fundamental in that box out and the triple threat. I mean, there's some junior high boys and senior high players who aren't as good as that.
As Elisa drives.
As Elisa Sure is going to be called for a charge. Oh. That's probably a more debatable call than that travel earlier.
We've been called for a lot of blocking fouls, Kennedy, and I do not know how they called that a charge.
Yeah, that was a very questionable call. Most of the time, it probably would have been a no call, but right there when 33 got separation from Alicia Sure, they saw it as a push-off. So
Waldron extends their zone, leaves a wide-open shooter in the corner, but luckily she misses it. Rebounded by Emily McConnell. Reagan Adams brings it back down to the Bulldogs. Alicia Sure drives to the middle. She loses it. Daly Hunt ends up with the basketball. Passes it back to Alicia. The Cobras are being really aggressive in this zone. Daly wide open. And she has a good-looking shot, Kennedy, as that one falls to bring the score 31 to 22.
That's going to be a timeout taken by Fountain Lake as they bring Waldron Lady Bulldogs defense, or excuse me, offense brings it to within 11. You know, despite the score, Caden, I think with 20 points on the board and the 2 minutes left in the third quarter, I think they definitely have improved since over the last few years. As you know, maybe they wouldn't have even scored 20 in a single game, but despite the other team scoring 31 and that we're down, I think that we just need to go in and fix some things, and it's a different ball game.
Yeah, and this Fountain Lake junior high team looks pretty decent.
You know, early on in the first quarter, they were shooting a lot of three-point shots, and they were making a lot of three-point shots, so that was detrimental. But there's been a lot of plus and minuses, pros and cons for the Waldron Bulldogs offense and defense, and we gotta take that and we gotta fix them.
I definitely think we've been handling the ball better this half, Kennedy.
Oh, most definitely. Making smarter choices, much smarter passes, being more aggressive with the ball. And it's going to be number 23 dribble. We don't have a roster for Fountain Lake this game, but we're still going to. Number 33 is going to drive, and she's going to put that one up, but it's going to be called a block. And so that's going to send her to the free throw line. I don't know how many points she has this game, Caden, but she's sure making an impact.
She is sure scoring the ball, Kennedy.
As they're going to make a substitution and take there's a little bit of confusion as they're trying to make a sub. They tried to run off the court before the first shot was taken, so looks like that's going to be Darian Hunt in for Emily McConnell, if I'm not mistaken.
Emily McConnell's played good defense in the few minutes that she's been in.
Yes, the first possession she was in, she got a steal and takeaway, even though she passed it and it was turned over. She still did very well.
As 33 makes one of those free throws, Reagan Adams brings the ball down the court for the Lady Bulldogs. She swings it to Emily Powell in the corner. Back to Reagan Adams. Good ball movement.
Oh, I agree. It's taken away, but despite that, there was some good ball movement. No sloppy passes up until then.
Good transition defense
Oh,
out there by Daly Hunt.
They were able to stop them and keep them from penetrating, and they had to pass out.
Elisa Scher working hard on the top of that zone for our Lady Dogs.
They're going to look inside, and it's going to be tipped away by Emily Powell, and it's going to be stolen away as Reagan Adams is playing 5-on-4 offense. Man, I'll tell you what, these Fountain Lake fans, Caden, they sure like to call travels. I mean, I've heard a lot of questionable calls, and just about every time we take the ball down the court, they like to call travel.
As Bailey Hunt tries to force the pass, and it gets stolen away, and a good hustle play by Emily Powell to kick that ball out of bounds. Probably saved 2 points on that fast break, Kennedy.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Adams wasn't wrong when she said she was fast, as she used her long strides to try and get the ball out. And looked like there was some confusion there on the Waldron Bulldog defense, but they were able to keep them from scoring. And it's going to be a corner shot three by 23. It's going to be no good, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to turn the ball over to Black.
As the score here at Bass Stadium is 30-20 with 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
They better get that ball in quick because they had to set that ball down because they had some confusion. They're going to pass that early to Scher, and she's going to take that. Probably should have been a foul. But despite no call, that's going to be Fountain Lake taking over.
We didn't get the ball or the foul, Kennedy.
No, sir.
33 for Fountain Lake, drives it to the rim, but she shoots a floater.
Man, she's an all-around good basketball player. She can shoot, she can drive, she can finish. They got to contain her.
With 18 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Man, they're going to call travel on Alicia Scher once again.
And I'm not real sure about that one either, Kennedy.
You know, there's obviously more travels in the younger basketball age groups, but I don't know if there's been that many in this game. But refs are human, so.
Stadium, 34-20.
That was a good defensive play for that to in the third quarter as Emily Powell deflected that pass, and Darian Hunt was able to get back, forcing them to kick out, and then closed out, forcing a missed shot, and we got the rebound with less than a second left. So it was good that they didn't make a shot in the third quarter. As your Lady Cobras are up 34-20 to start this fourth quarter. Let's see if Coach Adams can get them up in the huddle and get them, try and go do something, get some more energy going and whatnot, and see what the offense can get rolling and see if we can put some more points on the board before the 6 minutes of the game are up. We'd like to thank Coach Christopher Lippum and Coach Kristen Ashley for buying Chicken Express for the Bulldog basketball program tonight. It was very good. We ate it at halftime, and we'd just like to send a shout out to y'all and thank you for buying that for us.
Kennedy actually ate 2 boxes of Chicken Express.
it was that good, guys. You know, Caden, if you're the coach for the Bulldogs basketball team right here, what are you doing to keep 33 from scoring, but at the same time keeping everyone else from scoring?
I think we got to get into a full court press, Kennedy, like the Cobras were doing earlier in this game. Force some turnovers, get some fast break points.
You know, I think the game plan is a good game plan. I just think it has to do with the execution of it. You know, the 2-3 zone is very effective. I like to think that it's a very good defensive strategy, but at the same time, it's going to be number 4. We pass it to the top key, and you're going to pass it out. But, yeah, going back to that 2-3 zone, you know, it can be very effective when executed right, and that's going to be out of bounds, and Fountain Lake Cobras are going to take over. But, yeah, that defense, it's very effective when executed properly, so I don't think that they're in bad – I think the coaches have – set them up to be successful as it's taken away, and Reagan Adams going up the floor with it.
Alicia Scher brings the ball down the court, passes it to Reagan Adams.
We have a wide-open Darian Hunt in the backside. It's going to be not a good pass, so it's going to keep her from scoring a layup, but that's going to be number 35 fouling Reagan Adams.
Looks like number 20, Kaylee Underwood, is in the game for the Waldron Lady Dogs.
Looks like she's playing her first minutes of the game, and they're going to take out Darian Hunt and put in Katie Stringer. As number 32 for the Lady Cobras is going to replace number 35.
Alicia Scher inbounds it to Reagan Adams. Passes it back to Alicia Scher. As she tries to force the ball in the middle, and it gets stolen.
It's going to be called for another foul. We're close to being in bonus, so that could be very oh, the foul is called on us. Excuse me. That's going to be the 5th team foul, so.
That's number 5, Alicia Scher's 3rd foul tonight. With 5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Your Lady Dogs down 14. Alicia Scher playing good defense right there.
Katie Stringer playing good defense as well as they shoot a reverse layup, and it's blocked by Reagan Adams. Man, I cannot harp enough on Katie Stringer, the fundamentals and the aggressiveness and the heart that she plays basketball in. And she's going to drive, and she can't find anything, so she's going to kick it out to McConnell. It's going to be no good.
Actually, that's Kaylee Underwood on the shot.
Oh, excuse me. We're still getting to know these junior high kids. That's going to be a foul on number 32 for the Lady Cobras, and that's going to keep the ball in our possession.
That's going to be the 4th team foul for the Lady Cobras.
We got a wide open Reagan Adams on the wing, and she's going to try and drive as she was double teamed. And we got a wide open Emily Powell in the corner looking for the ball. She's going to drive, and she's going to make that layup.
That looked good right there, Kennedy. That was good ball movement.
I agree. You know, we've had multiple looks like that. We just can't get the ball in time before the Cobra defense adjusts. That's going to be a full timeout by the – I'm not sure who called that timeout. I was thinking it was –
we did, Kennedy.
All right. Well, we're going to have a full timeout, and Coach Adams is going to – we brought it to within 12 as we've gained 2 more points from the start. And so with 4.5 minutes left to go, we got to cut that lead down, and we got to do it quick.
Yeah, as I see Miss Adams down there in the huddle, telling them to play more aggressive, and if we're going to make a run at it, we got to make it right now, Kennedy.
No, I agree. Not only is the offense going to be a key factor in scoring these 13 points to take the lead, I think the defense is going to play probably even bigger factor. Is the Lady Cobras have put 34 points in just 3.5 quarters of play. And, you know, I just think that the defense is going to have to step up and keep them from scoring, and then the offense is going to have to go back and, you know, almost be perfect. So it's going to be your Lady Bulldogs with the basketball.
With 4.5 minutes left here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, excuse me. It's going to be the Lady Cobras.
Looks like the Lady Dogs have switched to a man-to-man defense here.
You know, they say if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but I think the last defensive set was probably broke, so I think in that timeout they fixed it.
Katie Stringer forces the ball back to the middle. That was good defense right there.
She
Ball's on the floor.
Coach Adams thinks should be called a walk, but Fountain Lake is going to call a timeout.
I think it could have went both ways, Kennedy.
I most certainly agree. It got dribbled off her leg, and I think at that point, you know, it could have been called a walk if she was on the ground hugging it, but despite the call, it's going to be a Fountain Lake timeout. So, ladies and gentlemen, as this timeout rolls on, we're going to, 4 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, we're going to end this live stream and start a new one for the Junior Bulldogs, the boys game. And so if y'all will come back to that after this live stream ends, and we will be back at it for some junior high basketball. So it's going to be number 23 under the basket, throwing the ball in for the Lady Cobras. Looks like they're going to be in a box set for this inbound play. And they're going to lob it up to number 32 as she gets a easy layup, but it's missed.
That was a good inbound set from the Lady Cobras out there.
You know, it looks like they had caught him off guard, but she just wasn't able to finish, and it was knocked out of bounds after the rebound. So that's going to be the Waldron Lady Bulldogs basketball.
With the deficit of 12 points and 4 minutes left, we better start scoring right now, Kennedy.
You know, Alicia Sherb
gets called for another walk.
That's one that I can't agree with, but, you know, this is just junior high basketball, so it can be tough sometimes.
They're still learning, Kennedy.
Oh, for sure.
Katie Stringer playing some good defense out there for the Lady Dogs. As the Cobras drive it down the paint and make a contested layup. That was a good contest for number 3, Emily Powell, but she just...
Yeah, it looks like she got beat on the first step, but took an angle to recover, and then she went straight up, and so I was actually thinking it was gonna be no good, but that's gonna be it's gonna be lost. She's gonna lose the handle on that one, Alicia Sher, and it's gonna be going the other way with the Lady Cobras.
That was a good drive by Alicia Sher, just could not hold on to the ball. As number 2, Daly Hunt checks back in the game.
You know, despite the score, Caden, even though we're down 14, I think, and that's tipped away, but it's gonna be recovered. It's gonna be kicked out to number 23. No, despite the score, I still think that Waldron Lady Bulldogs still are doing very good as it's stolen away by Emily Powell. She's going to try and score. It's going to be not going to go in, but she's going to have a chance to make that up going to the free throw line. You know,
Emily
going back.
Powell's playing aggressive defense out there, jumping those passing lanes, making a lot of deflections on the ball.
Oh, I agree. I think Coach Adams after this game is going to have to reassess her playing time, and even considering if she wants to be starting as athletic. She looks like she has a high basketball IQ as she shoots his first free throw, and we're gonna see how if she's got some good jump shot. And that one, it was lined up, it was just a little short, and that one's no good. Her second shot is about to go up, and that one is airballed. So
as Coach Powell face palms on the stands. Hey, but hey, it happens. I remember one time when Kennedy airballed a free throw, actually.
Yep. I remember one time in a 7th grade game against Mansfield, I got to play because we were winning by so much, Caden. So I got fouled and I got to shoot a free throw, and I tell you what, I did not. It hit the backboard, but it wasn't inside the white square. It was to the left, so it was pretty embarrassing. So I'm just going to use the excuse that I was in 7th grade.
That would be pretty embarrassing, Kennedy.
But, you know, going back to the opportunities that the Lady Bulldogs have had, you know, they've definitely gotten the game plan of going into the locker room at halftime. I think Coach Adams, Coach Ashley, and Coach Scantling have, you know, coached them up a little bit, this being their first basketball game, some of them their first basketball game ever. So I think, you know, they've gotten better as the game has progressed. They're getting a little bit of experience under their belt. But I think that the opportunities have been there, Caden. I just think that they just need to be able to execute more. Getting back into the gym, being able to make those tough shots, and I think as the duration of the season comes along, that they're going to be just fine. As they're going to be set up into a full court press for the first time of the game. They're going to pass that one into number 13.
This one, as they make good passes down the court. Looks like they beat our full court press pretty easy.
Looks like there was just a misrotation and left a girl wide open. So they're going to throw that one to number 33, who's had a pretty good game tonight. That's going to be she's going to get fouled by Kaylee Underwood. That's going to be her first of the night.
That's a 6-team foul.
They better be careful if they want to cut this score down, because if they get into the bonus, then it's going to give them 3 opportunities. That once again was great defense. And again, she's going straight up with those long arms. And
Emily Powell is playing great out there for us, Kennedy.
Oh, I agree. She's playing seems like she's so coordinated and athletic, and she's playing with her.
33 drives it to the rim, and that was a very athletic.
That was a very tough layup. That was a very good contest. She shot it under the arm of the defense and still made it to bank off the rim, and that's going to be stolen away as number 32 is by herself on an island.
Reagan Adams hustles down the court. That was a good hustle play to cause a missed layup, and that'll end up with the Waldron Lady Dogs.
I think she just put a little too much on it, and that could have been a bad call for the Lady Bulldogs as she stepped in bounds, but the ref they're going to sub in number 35 Darian Hunt for her sister Daly. So with 2.5 minutes left to go in this ball game, Lady Bulldogs down by 11. They're cutting the lead down, but looks like they might need to pick up the pace a little bit more. She's going to pass out early up to Darian Hunt, and going to bounce pass it back, and she's going to look to attack and kick out to Underwood.
Tries to force the ball down low to Kenny Stringer, but that ball gets stolen away by number 33, and she is good. And she misses the layup on the fast break. Probably got fouled, but no call right there.
Man, I tell you what, Emily Powell was probably the last one to leave. She was the last one in that group transitioning, as Emily McConnell is going to come in for Darian Hunt. She just sprinted down there and was able to be the second defensive player there, and her just going so straight up for a junior high player is very impressive, and her long arms give her an advantage on the offense.
As Katie Stringer drives to the rim and gets called for the walk. Kennedy, I think that's about the 15th traveling violation I've seen tonight.
I lost count after the first quarter. She's going to shoot a wide open 3, and it's going to be no good, but it's going to be rebounded by number 33. She's going to lob that one up, but it's taken away by McConnell. It's going to be taken away by number 23, and 33 is going to dribble that one out with a minute and a half left to go in this game. They got a wide open layup for number 4. That was a great pass, great look, and it's going to roll around into the basket with a little under a minute and a half to go. And your Lady Cobras are up 40-22 in this ballgame.
If I was the Lady Cobras coach, I would be telling them to pass the ball and dribble the timeout. As Reagan Adams gets tripped going to the rim. That's going to be a foul.
Reagan Adams is slow to get up after that trip, but I'm not sure if that's gonna send them into bonus. So she's gonna get to shoot a 1-and-1. The ref's making sure she's okay and whatnot, and giving her a second to catch her breath.
As Reagan Adams misses the front end of a 1-and-1. 33 for the Lady Cobras brings the ball down. As they dribble around in the backcourt. Looks like they're not trying to be real too aggressive to score here, which they shouldn't be, being up by 20 with 50 seconds left.
I think they're just dribbling around and make sure they don't force a turnover, as they almost did right then. That's going to be a turnover. It's going to be a double dribble.
Good job right there by Emily McConnell being aggressive, forcing that double dribble.
She's going to pass that one in quick to Reagan Adams. I think they're going to try and set something up here. She's Little, little slow to bring it up the court. She's going to pass that one out to the wing of McConnell. Back to Adams. Katie Stringer's getting double team, triple team. That probably should have been a foul, but no call. This late in the game, it almost wouldn't matter. So number 35 is going to take that one out to the wing, dribble it out, and I think they're just going to let this one come to an end. But nope, they're going to have a layup, and that's going to be an and one with 16 seconds left to go. They're going to put them up 42-22. You know, Caden, that was a well-fought battle, especially the second half by the Waldron Lady Bulldogs.
Yes, Kennedy, we came out in the third quarter strong, but
it was almost maybe too late, or they weren't consistent enough, persistent enough, and I think they have some good talent, especially in a newcomer, Emily Powell. You know, her coming in off the bench, I think and her playing her Waldron debut coming from Magazine, it was very impressive. As maybe she didn't score a lot of points, but she still had a very good defensive game. I believe her plus or minus will be up in there despite low amount of points. And they're going to dribble this one out as your Lady Cobras lead 43-22 over the Waldron Junior Lady Bulldogs. That's going to conclude this game, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to meet you back here in just a few minutes after the warm-ups for the Junior Bulldogs, the boys game. And it's going to be the same matchup, Fountain Lake versus Waldron. And so we're going to try and take a dub home for the junior high. We're going to try and get one despite last game. So we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.